What is something that is considered socially acceptable if you're conventionally attractive but socially unacceptable if you are not? Wearing revealing clothes. Messy hair on a cute person, it's a messy bun. On me I look deranged. Acting dumb and helpless. There was a social experiment about an attractive stranded woman on the road with a broken down car compared to a less attractive woman. The first woman received a lot more help from pedestrians than the other. Being quirky, cute, unpredictable, etc. versus just like weird and unreliable. Being awkward. When you're attractive, it's adorable, and when you're unattractive, it's weird. Dating someone who is conventionally attractive. If you're of comparable attractiveness, then no one bats an eye. If there is a significant disparity, there are often assumptions that the other is incredibly wealthy or something. I saw a video the other day of some nerdy couple at a high school flirting in a weird way and everyone was like, ew, gross PDA, can you not? But I saw another video of some attractive high school couple where he's like tall and pushing her against a locker about to kiss her, and all the comments are about wanting that, or I would have voted. Touching people. Strangers are way more likely to allow physical contact if the stranger is attractive. Having nerdy hobbies or doing embarrassing things in public. Touching. Attractive people are usually more okay with touching other people. Giving compliments and pursuing others romantically. Wearing lazy clothes in public. Looking at someone. Almost everything and anything. Being the protagonist in some Twilight fans' creepy rape porn fantasy novel that gets turned into a billion-dollar franchise. Trying to flirt. Acting stupid. Hitting on people. If you hit on someone when you're not attractive, it's tough. Beauty privilege is massive in society for many things. Pretty much everything. Eating junk food. Wearing comfort workout clothing in public. If you're attractive, it's a fashionable thing. If you're non-attractive, it's trashy. Socially acceptable is circumstantial, of course, but here are some things that good-looking people often get away with that unattractive people don't. Making bold physical contact with someone they just met or asking very personal questions. Others are less likely to see it as a violation of boundaries because they're flattered. Public displays of affection. Most PDAs are annoying and distracting, but if the people are ugly, it's kind of gross as well, so passers-by may have a stronger reaction. Prominently featuring their own photo on something they're selling. Making goofy faces or otherwise looking deliberately ugly in a picture. It's amusing when an attractive person does it because everyone knows that's not how they look. When an unattractive person does it, they seem to lack dignity. Wearing revealing clothing designed to showcase a fit body. If you wear a sexy outfit that exposes your midriff and you don't have an enviable body, then people will not only cringe, but they'll also be more critical of your decision to wear it if it's borderline inappropriate for the occasion. A gorgeous woman can wear a red vinyl mini dress to a funeral, and people will defend the decision because she looked phenomenal. Wearing clothing that makes an outrageous fashion statement but is weird or unflattering. Very attractive people can afford costly signaling. Saying dumb things. If you're very attractive, others will often find reasons to back you up. Underbragging. Hot people can confess that all they've done today is lie on the couch watching Netflix in yoga pants with a hole, their mouth so overstuffed with Taco Bell that facial recognition on their phone doesn't work. People will laugh. If an ugly person says it, people are contemptuous and want them to get their life together. Asking for special treatment to a certain extent at restaurants, on a plane, in retail stores, at a hotel. People tend to assume an attractive person is just used to being treated better, whereas an ugly person has ludicrous expectations and should know they're not special. Rude or callous behavior. Though people attracted to the hot person may acknowledge the awful behavior, they're more likely to find the person salvageable and make excuses for them. Very attractive people are rarely written off socially. Very attractive people can brag about throwing babies under trucks and still get dates. While I am aware that attractive women sometimes experience a social backlash effect from other women due to jealousy, I also believe that gets overstated and usually is commingled with reactions to other behavior. Revealing clothing. Edit: since this has 1 or 2 upvotes, let me clarify my comment. I did not imply or state any judgment, preference, etc. I only answered Op's question. Asking people for help, favors. Doing cosplay. Existing. Literally anything. People want to befriend and be around beautiful people, so the tolerance of forgiveness has almost no bottom. If you're attractive, people will believe anything you tell them. If you're ugly, you will be doubted. People won't want to believe what you have to say. Truly sad. Maybe this isn't the case for the rest of the world, but this has been my observed experience throughout my whole life. Talking to people in public randomly. Literally everything. Just everything. Relevant SNL. Hitting on people semi-aggressively. Being sex positive. Being in public, doing literally anything. Being quirky. If you're hot, it's cute. If you're ugly, it's weird. If you're good looking, you are flirting, and if you're ugly, you are creepy. Fashion. Maybe not socially unacceptable, but I've seen many fat people be mocked for the same outfit people call cute on someone skinny. Being happy somehow. I've had multiple people look at me with an angry look because I'm smiling and enjoying myself. I'm not that attractive, and I've seen these exact people smile at attractive people being happy versus me. I do not understand why. Flirting. If you are ugly, you will be easily labeled as a creep. As a conventionally attractive person, subjectively, I'd have to say that everything attractive people do is more socially acceptable. Everything. Approaching a stranger and staring at conversation. Being basically naked in public. Confidence. Look at that. Confidence is an insult used to mock any unattractive or overweight person who dares not to hate themselves. Leggings. Talking to people the opposite gender, asking on dates, etc. If you're pretty, they'll feel flattered they were asked out. If you're not, they'll be creeped out and uncomfortable. Literally everything. If you're dumb, if you're smart, if you're annoying, if you have a lot of past relationships, if you're clumsy, if you're messy, if you're loud, if you're quiet, if you dress basic, wearing revealing clothes. You can get away with anything as long as you are attractive, which is stupid. Even murder. People glorify attractive killers and them in their relative documentaries or series on social media, which I find immensely unacceptable. They are killers. Take Jeffrey Dahmer for example. They released a documentary with a less conventionally attractive actor a while back, and it did not do so well, and they released a series with a more attractive male this year and it did really well. People make thirsty edits of Jeffrey Dahmer in the series, of him lifting weights etc., just because he is hot. He played a literal murderer. Edit. I understand that the actor is attractive, but did they have to take clips and thirst over them from the documentary of a serial killer? Acceptable is relative, but being queer is often less stigmatized if you're also conventionally attractive. Almost everything. If my high school experience is anything to go by, apparently being treated like a person. 50 Shades of Grey mentality. It's only abusive and creepy if you're ugly and poor. Being friendly to children. Saying something as simple as "you look nice today." Attractive people get dates. Unattractive people get pepper sprayed. Saying "I have the worst BO right now." Giving compliments. Wearing distressed fatigued clothing. I hate how high fashion cosplays as poor. Gucci released shoes years ago that looked like distressed orthopedic sneakers. Without the brand name, people would think the wearer was donning them out of necessity. Emo. This is the type of footwear apparel that could get an unattractive person heavily judged or denied entry to a place. Men's right-on sneakers. NPR. Men's shoes for men. Sneakers for men. Men's right-on leather sneaker P498916890099522. Edit. Fixed typos and included a link to view this insolent excuse for style. Flirting and complimenting with others. Going to the gym in skimpy outfits. Being outgoing. Telling random girls they're hot. Being dumb. I feel like when you're attractive, people are little bit more sympathetic to you not knowing, understanding something. Most things. Sadly, it's almost socially unacceptable to be unattractive. Taking charge of a situation. This is something that always bugs me because it goes both ways. For some reason, people just expect the attractive people to be competent leaders, and for nearly all of my child and adult life, my handsome friend that I went to elementary, middle, high school and college with was completely not that kind of person. It always ate at me that whenever we were in any kind of group activity, they would always expect him to take charge of something, make the first move, direct the conversation, or anything because he was tall and good looking. He looked the part of the main character in a television show. So lo and behold, when he defers to me, and I open my mouth to save his ass from being awkward and uncomfortable, I always got this tinge of resentment from people that were hoping for my friend to be the one to make suggestions. I never resented my friend for any of this. Obviously, he was a socially awkward guy that didn't like to put himself out there like that. I was the oldest of 3 brothers and used to taking charge if no one else would. But people often seemed very uncomfortable with that dynamic and wanted those roles to be reversed. Remember, you are sexually harassing someone only if you are ugly, kind of thing. Getting paid drinks from strangers. Approaching women. Going up to a stranger at a bar and hitting on them. Selfies. Existing. Sexual humor in workplace flirting.
I hope you all are doing well, and thanks for watching. Don't forget to like if you enjoyed this video. If you have something to say critically or otherwise, leave a comment. And if you enjoy this content, don't forget to subscribe to see more of it. I hope you all have wonderful and fulfilled lives.